You bought a birthday cake and a present because today is Pac-Man's 40th birthday. And to mark the occasion, Bandai Namco is teaming up with Amazon's Twitch to roll out a new co-op multiplayer experience. Joining us for more is Pearl Lai. She is the brand manager at Bandai Namco Entertainment America. Pearl, good to see you this morning. And 40 years, I can't believe Pac-Man is 40 years old. How are you making this brand relevant for this current generation of gamers?
Thank you so much. It's been really great to be working on this brand. This is one of the most iconic gaming brands, I think, of all time. It's been in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most relevant and most iconic arcade brand of that generation. It's definitely one of those very long-lived brands. And when you think of the 80s, you definitely think of Pac-Man for that era. And it's been a challenge to we always want to stay relevant. We want to stay consistent with what's happening in the world today. We want to make sure that we're still speaking to our audiences that are growing and new. We've been doing that through different new game releases. Throughout the years, we've been on basically every console, every arcade since the beginning. And we're really happy now to be coming to the Twitch platform too.
Pearl, this is Dan. I just want to kind of ask, when you see the new generation of games coming out and you look back at what Pac-Man was and how it still holds people's attention, how do you think that that manages to line up? You have things like Fortnite, Call of Duty, but then Pac-Man, just a simple maze. Why do you think that has such appeal?
Well, I think it's one of the classic games of all time. I think, there's still reasons why games like Connect Four and Uno, and these are all things that are games in the modern pop culture sphere, not just in the video game sphere. So we're really glad to sort of at least have such a simple but accessible gameplay. I mean, the story behind the title is, our father of Pac-Man, Toru Otani, essentially saw at the time that there were all these games, all the arcades are packed with guys, going to the arcades and spending their quarters. And he wanted to create something that was appealing not just to men, but also to women. And that's sort of where the idea of Pac-Man, something that was appealing to, men, women, basically everyone. And from that was sort of the roots of how we sort of still have this brand that's still so beloved and so meaningful to a lot of people today. I think also with the collaborations that we've done throughout the years, I mean, from a licensing standpoint, there have been so many different Pac-Man merchandise, Pac-Man products throughout the years. I mean, everything from, arcade cabinets to Chef Boyardee, to flip phones, to record books, 40th anniversary books, collaborations with different IP through the years with Hello Kitty, Coach. We've still got it. And even last year we did some collaborations with Champion, with Bait. I think we've still been able to still be part of where people are talking about brands and cool things today. And, we're very glad to be able to have that opportunity.
Pac-Man is very close to my heart, and Mrs. Pac-Man as well. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, and, there was a candy store on the corner of where I lived, and this was before you were able to play at home. I would run down there with quarters that my parents and just put up residence at a candy store and play Pac-Man all the time. I was like the high scorer.
Yeah.
I want to know what this pandemic has meant to your company. How has it impacted your company and demand for games like these retro games?
I think with the pandemic is it's a time for everyone to kind of, I think a lot of us are shelter in place. And a lot of us are now finding, new ways or kind of revisiting old ways to spend their time. We're understanding of sort of that sort of challenge of oh my God, you're at home, what do you do? So we've been able to partner with some companies on our side to try to provide some entertainment to our fans. So for instance, we were just recently part of Google's Stay Home and Play initiative, where they basically, for their Google Doodles, they resurfaced some of the best, most loved Google Doodles from their time. And they included the Pac-Man 2010 Google Doodle, the 30th anniversary Doodle, where the one that famously sucked away 4.8 million hours of worker productivity. So that was really fun. We also partnered with Playing for the Planet recently, and also provided free copies of the most recent Pac-Man release, Pac-Man Championship Edition 2, on Steam, on Steam, Steam, Microsoft, Xbox, and Sony PlayStation, for over 1 million consumers in the US. So it was really great. We were really happy to be able to share that kind of experience for everybody and provide a way for people to, try to distract themselves and entertain themselves during this crazy time.
Sure.
I know it's really difficult to sort of, everyone's trying to stay sane during the pandemic, and there's a lot going on. And we're happy that we were able to provide a little bit of lightness and enjoyment to our fans.
Well said. Let's leave it there. Pearl Lai, brand manager at Bandai Namco Entertainment America. Go enjoy the big day and the long weekend.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. Happy birthday, Pac-Man.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.